It is 7:25 this morning and we continue on Tobago updates. I know that we are getting ready for work, we're getting ready for school, and I really do hope that we are ready to go because it's almost 8 o'clock. So viewers, thank you for joining us once again on the Tobago Updates Youth Wednesdays. Now in studio this morning, we have seen him on varying platforms. We have seen him on Facebook, on TikTok, and he's here on Tobago Updates this morning to tell us about his initiative, to tell us about the why. So this morning, we say good morning to Mr. Tilo Kruse.
Good morning, everybody.
I pronounced that correctly,
Tilo
right?
Kruse, yeah.
Yes. Good morning to you. Now, for those of you just joining us, or for those of you who are just seeing, who just graced our screens, this is the young man who has been walking barefoot across our...
I will walk.
You will walk barefoot in Tobago.
I walked with shoes around Trinidad. Yeah.
All right.
But I'll try to walk barefoot across Trinidad, yeah.
All right then. So we'll get into that a little later on because of course we want to know why the barefoot, right? But before we get into that, we'd like Mr. Kruse.
Kruse?
Yes, Kruse, to tell us a little bit about himself.
So basically I would say I'm a backpacker. On a journey traveling around the world, and by coincidence I came to Trinidad. I came on a sailing ship. By the way, for everybody who's wondering, I came here legally. Some people think I don't know. I'm registered here as a crew member. Mm-hmm. Sailing across the Atlantic, and yeah, basically I got the idea to walk across Trinidad. And a lot of people told me no, and it's very dangerous. But I wanted to show the good parts of the country.
Okay.
Because I felt like so many people are so nice to me, and I felt it was possible. And yeah, I wanted to show that. I wanted to prove that. And yeah, that's why I walked across Trinidad.
So you wanted to show the good parts of Trinidad in light of all the danger that has been happening.
Yeah, I think there's like so much news about crime. And I think there's like a misconception, like most people in Trinidad are really good people, and I truly believe that. And I think the crime is just like a small part of the country in like certain areas.
Okay.
It's not nothing, but yeah.
It's still something, and you're happy that you walked through Trinidad.
Yes. Of course. I hope I inspired some people, brought some hope back to some people. If that is true, I will be happy.
So choosing Trinidad and Tobago was a coincidence, you said?
Absolutely.
Have you walked anywhere else besides Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, there is something called the Camino Santiago, which is a pilgrimage. Mm-hmm. I walked across Europe, but it's like some kind of different. And nothing with social media. I just did it for myself after high school. And it's basically from Germany to Spain. But other than that, no.
Wow, that was a very long distances, guys. I complain to walk from uptown to downtown every day, and look at this young man. This is day 10 of walking Trinidad, and now he'll be trailing Tobago.
Yeah.
Right. So can you tell us briefly how walking in Trinidad went for you? I know you had a bad experience, but I mean, all entirely, you said it was a good experience in Trinidad. So how was that for you?
I think overall it was very good. Yeah, the bad experience, like two guys tried to rob me. They tried to get my phone. And the third day, kind of embarrassing. But other than that, I've received so much kindness. I slept like in all kinds of different places. I've been invited to a mosque, a Hindu temple, churches, preschool. So many people gave me food and water and support. I didn't expect that much support. And thank you, everybody. Again, was amazing.
So Trinidad, well done on the hospitality. I'm very sure you enjoyed the food give-outs because Trinidad has some amazing food. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your new goal? You're now going to walk Tobago.
Yeah.
So what is your goal for Tobago?
So I want to walk once around Tobago, and I want to raise some awareness for a sickness called lupus, and also want to raise some funds. We're trying to build a hospital or a small clinic where lupus patients can get free checkups. And I had the idea to do it barefoot because lupus is really sickness. You don't really see that if someone has lupus, right? From one day to the other, they might break out, and so it's more of a hidden sickness. Like you can look at someone and he looks perfectly fine. So I thought to myself, let's do this like hard. Let's do something hard. Let's do something maybe a little bit painful to like show some awareness to those people who have to go through painful things without anybody seeing them,
Okay.
right? So this is my idea behind of that.
So your walk in Tobago, the goal is to raise awareness for
Yes,
lupus.
to raise awareness and raise some funds and help the Voice of Lupus Foundation. I'm working with the president of the Voice of Lupus Foundation, yeah, and to help her out with making the life of lupus patients a little bit better.
All right. So for those of our viewers who may not know what lupus is, would you like to share some light on what lupus is?
Okay, so basically lupus is an autoimmune sickness. So the immune system attacks the body, and I think it comes in phases, and it basically affects every part of the organ. And yeah, the free clinic, we want to do some tests for diabetes, for blood pressure, and for eyesight, because you need to take some certain drugs, and those certain drugs have those side effects, and they need to be checked up regularly. In normal hospitals, the waiting times are just way too long, and there's already a lot of damage that has been done. So they want to do like a clinic run by volunteers where lupus patients can get some free tests.
Right, so I'm going to put this in that this is a great initiative that you are
Yeah.
doing. I have a friend with lupus, and it can be very painful at times, especially when there are flare-ups.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for walking on behalf of those with
Yeah.
lupus. Right, so have you figured out your route? What is your route? Where are you starting? What time will you be starting? And of course, the question that all of viewers want to know, why barefoot?
Well, I just said why barefoot. I want to I want to basically go through a little bit of painful things myself to show the pain of the lupus patients who cannot show it to everybody. And I'm just going to walk around the island starting today after this interview, probably, at like around 9. I want to live stream it on YouTube today, so if you find my YouTube channel, you can check it out there.
Okay, so you'll be starting from Scarborough then?
No, I was starting from Crowpine. Someone of your crew is going to bring me over to Crowpine. Yeah.
All right. So, well, I wish you all the best in
Yeah.
walking. At 9 o'clock really
Yeah.
is when the sun really does come
Yeah.
out. So I wish you the best. I think you mentioned in one of your videos that one of the things that you fear the most is the asphalt getting very hot from the sun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, if you are walking barefoot, I won't judge you personally for putting on a slippers half the way, right? Because the pitch it honestly gets very, very hot. So do you think that you'll be able to walk the entire terrain in one day? Or
What
do
do
you
you
think
mean?
that
I don't walk in Tobago in one day. It'll take a little bit longer than one day.
okay,
It'll
so
take like 8 days or so.
so what are the sleeping accommodations like that you'll be looking forward to? And I think a lot of viewers were asking, what is your funding like? How are you funded to do these
I have
initiatives?
no money with me, and I have nothing with me. I just ask people for a place to sleep, and sometimes people give me food. That's all. I have no money with me. I have no credit card with me. I just walk around, and yeah, if people give me food, I want to share that like with everybody and give like a good reputation to people from Tobago. And yeah, so that's basically it. If people don't give me food, that's okay too.
Okay, so to my viewers, please, if you see this young man on the street walking, doing this really great initiative, I encourage you all to feed him and give him a place to sleep when the time is near for sleeping. Okay, I really do hope that you have a safe journey around Tobago barefoot. It's a beautiful island, I must say.
Yeah.
So I know you're working on behalf of the Lupus Foundation, but you are also here to see the great sights of Tobago. There are a lot, and I hope you do enjoy them. Okay, one more question before we wrap up the interview. Are people allowed to join you?
Oh, well, if you want to join me, you're welcome to do so. Yeah, so probably not the whole way, but you know, if it gets time to sleep, it will be a bit difficult if there are too many people. But yeah, can I say something before we wrap up?
You can go right
Okay,
ahead.
so yeah, I had a kind of a rough night today. I didn't sleep. I slept for like 1 hour because a friend of mine, also a fellow YouTuber, he's called Christmas List. He got in prison yesterday, so please everybody support Christmas List. He did some gang stuff, and he basically showed the dark parts of Trinidad. I showed the good parts of Trinidad, but I think everybody should be allowed to say what I want to say, and I believe in free speech, and please help everybody free Christmas List. Thank you for letting me say that to everybody.
No problem.
And I will be walking for him too now, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. All right, viewers. So you heard it here. He'll be starting his walk at Crown Point. For those of you interested in joining, you all can join. And for the YouTubers that would want to join live and not on that hot pitch, what is the name of your YouTube channel? Where can we find it?
Well, it's called The Pilgrimage of Life, and pilgrimage is written with like an I, pilgrimage, yeah. Also like on TikTok, I'm on TikTok, and I'm on Instagram, so you can find me everywhere, I guess. Pilgrimage of Life. I think on Facebook too, and Reddit too if you want.
All right then. So, Mr. Tilo Kruse.
Tilo Kruse.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. The viewers, you are invited again to join him on his walk through Tobago in support of the Lupus Foundation. They want to open a clinic where lupus patients can receive free healthcare and healthcare that is on time. The difficulties that a lupus patient faces is vast, and it's great. So I support his initiative. I ask you all to support the initiative. And as we continue on, I encourage you all to share the live, share the live, share the live.
I'm going to walk once around Tobago next in order to help build a clinic for lupus patients. And this time you guys can join me because I'm going to live stream the whole thing, and it's going to start next Wednesday. And I'm going to walk once around it. And I'm going to now tell you the story of how this all came to be. Because as most of you guys know, I recently walked across Trinidad, and during this walk I had one big supporter. His name is Roger, and yeah, I met him on the streets and he gave me a place to sleep even before anybody knew my name. He supported me along the journey, helped me with the media when I got robbed. He went all the way up there and followed me the rest of the day. And his daughter recently got diagnosed with lupus. And lupus is a disease, an autoimmune disease, where the immune system basically attacks the body itself. You start developing rashes, you start being super tired, get headaches, and you can't really function normally anymore. For that you need to take like a lot of medications, and those medications have side effects. So you need to get checked out regularly in a hospital, but right now to get checked out you have like very long waiting times. And during those waiting times there's a lot of damage that could be done. And the Voice of Lupus Foundation wants to build a clinic where people can get checked out for free in order to prevent most of the damages and help people who are affected by lupus live a more normal life. And I want to fully support that. And we're going to start a GoFundMe, and we're going to collect some money for building this clinic. It's going to take 8 days,